Hooker Valley was Imai's first trek, and he was just 6 months old. The views were absolutely beautiful, but things didn't go quite as planned. So yeah, here's the story. We stayed in Glentanner, which is the best place to stay as it's perfectly located beside Lake Pukaki and has easy access to both the Hooker Valley and the main viewing point of Lake Pukaki. Lake Pukaki is New Zealand's most stunning and iconic lakes, situated in the Mackenzie Basin alongside Lake Tekapu. We'll tell you a story at Lake Tekapu in the next video. What makes Lake Pukaki truly special is its striking turquoise blue, created by tiny rock particles ground down by glaciers and suspended in the water. When sunlight hits the lake, it creates this beautiful hue. From the lake we could see Aoraki, New Zealand's tallest mountain. And this is where we are going to trek to tomorrow. It's going to be Imai's first trek. For the Maori people, Lake Pukaki and the surroundings holds a deep spiritual significance as it's part of their creation story and connected to their ancestors. This place served as a food gathering point for the Ngāi tribe. This place is very important for the Maoris. One of the highlights of the area is the availability of fresh salmon, and we got to buy the freshest salmon here. There weren't many eateries and supermarkets nearby, with the closest option being in Lake Tekapu. So we stocked up on salmon before heading back to Glentanner to spend the night. The next day we started to Hooker Valley early in the morning. Hooker Valley is one of the most stunning and accessible places in New Zealand's South Island, located within the Aoraki National Park. The trail is about 10 kilometers round trip and it takes around 3 to 4 hours. But it took around 6 hours for us because we had to take some shots and we were carrying Imai as well. Now this was Imai's first trek and he was just about 6 months old. Between me and Nini, I am generally the panicking type and Nini is the cool parent. This trek is one of the most popular in New Zealand, so we expected it to be a bit crowded. The views right from the start were beautiful, and we knew this trek was going to be great.
Let's go?
Yeah. Whoa.
Are you sleeping? This is your first trek. Hello? Hello? Hi.
The first stop was the Alpine Memorial, which was built to honor the climbers who lost their life in the Aoraki National Park while pursuing their love for the mountains.
The Alpine Memorial.
As we walked, Imai started gathering his fans. We then reached the first suspension bridge over a glacial river. This is one of the streams that flows into Lake Pukaki, giving it that beautiful turquoise blue color. There were 3 such suspension bridges ahead of us.
Okay, that was a bit scary. I didn't expect it to wobble. He's just going to sleep.
Beneath the thick snow blanket, you will soon be in bloom. Although he has you in his cold embrace, his eyes that grip are started slowly break. In the stillness of this winter gloom, you will soon be in bloom.
He's sleeping.
Will soon be in bloom. As you lie waiting for the dusk of the winter night to end, underneath
എൻ്റെ മുതുക പ്ലേ ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ആക്കി
every moon, your patience
എൻ്റെ ഐഡിയ പോയി.
Although he has you in his cold embrace, his eyes that grip are started to slowly break. In the stillness of this winter gloom, you will soon be in bloom. Will soon be in bloom.
Final bridge. Final bridge.
As we hiked, 2 or 3 people warned us about how windy it was at the summit and advised us to take extra care of Imai. By now he had slept and we covered him up as it was getting really cold and windy too. And then came my panicking moment. When we reached this windy point, I got really worried about Imai. I asked Nini to carry on with this trek while I take Imai back to a safe point. Nini asked me a couple of times if I was sure, as it was only 20 minutes to the summit. But fear got the better of me and I insisted. This is where I make the biggest blunder. I forgot to take Imai's milk bottle, milk powder and water. It's been already 2.5 hours since his last feed, and at that time he usually used to consume milk at every 3 hours. By the time I realized this, I already reached the 3rd suspension bridge and it was too late. I think Nini also realized it at the same time. She was also just reaching the summit and started panicking too. Nini quickly took some shots of the summit and that beautiful view of Hooker Lake and Aoraki. Looking at those shots now, I can see how beautiful it was. We could have rested there, fed Imai, and enjoyed that view together. Fear really clouded my judgment. But what happened next showed me something even more beautiful. Nini stormed back running half the way, and Nini is not a runner. She loses her breath quickly. I was waiting at the 3rd suspension bridge, praying that Imai wouldn't wake up. We tried calling each other, but the calls were not getting connected. The coverage was really bad, and our messages were also not getting delivered. After about 40 minutes, I saw Nini storming towards the bridge. She looked exhausted. Nini is an amazing mother. She's confident, nurturing, and has this incredible ability to make Imai understand things so well. For those of you who don't know Nini, Nini is this strong personality with this very unique skill of bringing people together, getting things done, and making sure that everyone is having fun at the same time. The first long trip we did was to Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and Sri Lanka in 2014. I knew nothing about this trip, and Nini planned this entire trip. I went into this trip like a tourist and ended up having the best time of my life. That trip was one of the main reasons why we started this channel. I wish we had captured that trip because it would have been an incredible memory. So Nini reached us, Imai woke up at the same time, and we fed him. After that incident, Nini and I promised never to split while we are moving around, no matter what.
Isn't he holding his bottle?
He's busy enjoying the view.
By the time we got back, my shoulders were aching like crazy and Nini was equally exhausted.
We did it. Mumu, your first trick. Your first trick. How was it? It's fine.
Could you take him down?
Mumu, you wanna come down?
No.
You wanna come? No? He doesn't wanna come down.
Then I will come down. So close, yet so far.
Yeah. We saw the bridge. Yeah, that's a bridge.
Oh, very
4
close
hours
by.
later, I asked, where is the bridge?